Good day, Virgin Islands family and everyone listening from near and far. This is TAF, and you're tuned to DGHradio.com. If you stepped outside lately, you felt it. Sheets of rain, swollen guts, roads shining slick, and that familiar ping pong of alerts on our phones. We've had closures, we've had some power interruptions, we've had flooded corners and a few landslides to remind us how quickly island weather can turn. Today, we're doing a practical conversation I'm calling Rain, Power, and Preparedness, the USVI Resilience Check-in. What happened, why it happens here, and the realistic steps, household and community level, that make us more resilient the next time clouds stack up over the hills. Let's start with the basics. A tropical wave plus a nearby low-pressure trough is a classic Caribbean recipe. Hot seas, deep moisture, and fast-building cloud towers that dump hard. That means flash flooding in low spots and along guts, and it means saturated hillsides that can slide. On the power side, we're used to the dance. When rains and gusts hit, feeders trip for safety, crews isolate faults, and restoration can take time. It's nobody's favorite routine, but it's a reminder of the system we live with and of the upgrades that are slowly, steadily happening across the territory. None of this is abstract. A morning closure means parents scrambling for childcare. A dark fridge means a grocery bill stretched thinner. A washed-out hillside means a delayed commute and another hour in traffic. This is the lived experience of weather on small islands, and talking about it openly helps us plan without panic. We're in the heart of Atlantic hurricane season. That doesn't mean every swirl is our problem, but it does mean awareness, not anxiety. Think of your weather routine like brushing your teeth. Check reputable updates once in the morning and once in the evening. A quick decoder for model chatter. When you hear about spaghetti plots, you're seeing many model lines exploring possible tracks. One or two wild noodles don't make a forecast, clusters do. And when you hear about the big ridge of high pressure over the Atlantic, that's the steering wheel. If the ridge is farther east, storms tend to curve away sooner. Farther west, they can track closer to the Caribbean. Today's takeaway: eyes open, supplies steady, life goes on. Let's demystify the power side. Generation is where electricity is made. Think of the big engines at the plant. Transmission and distribution are how it travels. Our feeders are the highways and neighborhood streets of power. Protective relays are the system's reflexes. If a line faults because a branch hits it or a pole leans, the relay trips the circuit to protect equipment and people. When heavy rain and wind show up, three things happen. Vegetation lashes lines, water infiltrates weak points, and saturated soil can nudge poles out of alignment. Restoration is a puzzle. Crews pinpoint the fault, isolate it, backfeed where possible, and bring sections up piece by piece. Why undergrounding helps? It removes exposure to wind and branches. Why it's not everywhere. It's expensive, time-consuming, and tricky in flood-prone or rocky areas. The middle ground is selective hardening, burying critical corridors, adding stronger poles and crossarms elsewhere, and improving vegetation management so lines have breathing room. Add in smarter generation, more reliable units and diversified sources, and the system rides through storms with fewer cascading failures. Here's a realistic checklist you can chip away at between errands. No doom, just doable. 1. Water and food. 1 gallon per person per day for at least 3 days. Shelf-stable staples you'll actually eat. Rotate every couple months. Pet supplies and baby items if needed. 2. Power basics. Test your generator on a calm day, outdoors only, never backfeed. Keep a small UPS for your modem and a lamp to bridge short blips. Use surge protectors for electronics. Unplug the non-essentials during storms. 3. Cold chain hacks. Freeze water jugs to make ice blocks. They keep the fridge cold and become drinking water as they melt. Keep the fridge closed during outages. As a rule of thumb, a refrigerator keeps food safe about 4 hours unopened, a full freezer about 48 hours, half full around 24. 4. Med readiness. Refill prescriptions early. Pack a go folder with IDs, med lists, and emergency contacts. If you rely on powered medical devices, plan for backup power or an alternate location ahead of time. 5. Drainage and yard. Clear gutters and curb inlets by your home or shop. Tie down or store anything that can become a projectile or clog drains. 6. Digital comms. Download offline maps and save key local numbers, utility outage lines, emergency management, clinics. Follow official channels. Screenshot important notices in case data drops. 7. Community check-ins. Adopt a neighbor, one elder, one single parent, one newcomer. Text before storms, share info after. Create a street-level WhatsApp group for quick updates. Reliability isn't a luxury, it's a development strategy. Every hour of downtime ripples through small businesses. Restaurants toss perishables, salons reschedule, remote workers miss deadlines, and visitors form first impressions. Household light audit. Walk your homeroom by room and list what truly needs power during an outage. Often it's a fridge, a fan, a modem, and a couple of lights. Knowing that lets you size a backup system sensibly, whether that's a small generator or a modest battery, without overspending. Surge protection. Start with point-of-use strips. Consider a whole home surge protector if your panel supports it. Battery plus solar. Even a small battery can carry your essentials through short outages quietly and safely. Water. Store extra and consider a simple gravity filter for taste and safety. Ventilation and cooling. Cross-vent windows. Shade the sunny side of your home and use reflective curtains to keep rooms cooler when the grid is down. Paperwork, scan and backup insurance, IDs, and home inventory photos to the cloud and a flash drive. Vehicle readiness, keep your tank at least half full in peak season. Charge EVs before a system of interest gets close. We would like to hear from you. Send a text to 1, 3, or 15 898 1449 with your last name and island and let us know. 1. What's the one preparedness move that saved you money or stress this year? 2. If you could pick one neighborhood or facility to prioritize for undergrounding or backup power, where would it be and why? Tell us your best resilience hacks, everything from freezer jugs and LED lanterns to neighborhood gas sharing and a buddy system for medication runs. Across the Caribbean, communities are experimenting with microgrids for clinics and shelters, selective undergrounding in town centers, and stronger building standards in hillside areas. The common thread isn't perfection, it's iteration. Start where the benefit is greatest: hospitals, water plants, shelters, schools, ferry ports. Information sharing matters too. What worked in one island's coastal town after a big rain may help a guts-lined neighborhood here. Regional resilience is a team sport, so here are a few myths and facts. Myth: crack a window in a storm to equalize pressure. Fact: keep windows and doors closed and latched. Protect openings ahead of time. Myth: tape your windows. Fact: tape doesn't stop glass. Use proper shutters or rated panels. Myth: candles are fine if you're careful. Fact: battery lanterns are far safer. If you must use candles, never leave them unattended or near anything that can burn. Myth: generators can run in a garage with the door open. Fact: never. Carbon monoxide is deadly. Run generators outdoors, far from windows and doors, with exhaust pointing away from the house. Myth: boil water advisories are optional if the water looks clear. Fact: if an advisory is issued, follow it. Clear water can still be contaminated. Boiling or using safe alternatives protects your family. Utility updates. Check official outage maps and maintenance notices before you report. Include your service location and account if asked. Emergency management. Sign up for local alerts and review shelter locations for your island. Health. Know which pharmacies and clinics have backup power. Keep their hours and phone numbers handy. Travel. When seas are up, ferry schedules can shift. Verify before you head to the dock. Neighborhood networks. Build one small group chat now. In a pinch, it's worth its weight in gold. The rain will pass, the work continues, and resilience is a daily practice. Neighbors checking neighbors, agencies building smarter, businesses preparing thoughtfully, and all of us refusing to be surprised by the next squall line. I'm TAF, and this has been Rain Power and Preparedness, the USVI Resilience Check-In on dghradio.com. If this helped, share it with someone new to the islands, or that cousin who keeps their generator in the living room. Don't do that, cousin. Stay safe, stay ready, and we'll talk again soon. And finally, my safety disclaimer. This special report shared general preparedness information. For medical emergencies, carbon monoxide exposure, downed lines, or flash flooding, call local emergency services immediately.